So I did urgency and I did chapter 1.
All right then. Would you like me? Okay. Then would you like me to read from chapter 7 then?
Yeah,
Well, we're going to do that bit together, really.
my favorite chapter.
This is. You took the words out of my mouth, Fran. This bit, you see, she just doesn't need me, really. We're going to read from chapter 7. And it is Fran's favorite chapter. In many ways, it's her favorite subject. That's a bit of a double-edged thing. The chapter is called The S Word, being there when your friend is suicidal. And we're going to read from the beginning of the chapter. As I said, each chapter has a question and answer at the beginning. And the question in this case is, do you ever feel overwhelmed when Fran is suicidal? Fran has told me many times I help keep her alive. There's no objective way to know if that's true, but I take her words at face value. I can't explain my lack of fear when she's suicidal, but trust is fundamental. 3 months after we first met, I wrote to a mutual friend. I was online with Fran for hours last night. When I called, her first words to me were that she wanted to die. I know they're not just words. I understand to some degree how real and ever-present a choice it is for her. She should terrify me. I wonder how it can be that she does not. She says it's because I trust her. I guess that's true. It's not that I trust Fran never to try and harm herself or imagine that our friendship guarantees her safety. She's never attempted suicide, but she knows what to do. And I take very seriously any hint that she's thinking about hurting herself or ending her life. But I trust her not to hide her suicidal feelings from me and to be honest with me about them. Ultimately, I trust Fran to allow me to help her stay alive. The next little section is titled, She is So Not Okay. Suicidal thinking has been part of our friendship since we met. Indeed, it is how we met. One evening in May 2011, I found myself on the social media page of someone who was clearly going through a rough time. She didn't seem to be online, but in the previous hour, she'd publicly shared suicidal thoughts and feelings. There were hundreds of well-meaning comments. People were offering concern and advice, posting with increasing urgency as time passed and she did not respond. I could have clicked away to another page and put her out of my mind, but I chose to stay. We weren't friends, but I knew something of her situation. I felt involved. But what could I possibly contribute that would be meaningful to her if indeed she was there to read it? Finally, I posted something. Flooding light and love into your world. The words sounded trite and inadequate, but they were the best I could manage. Someone by the name of Fran Houston responded almost immediately. Sometimes even too much love can be overwhelming. The comment intrigued and unsettled me. I thanked her for her reply. I think we exchanged a few more lines. Shortly afterwards, Fran sent me an online friendship invitation, which I accepted without hesitation. We continued our conversation the next day. Thanks for posting what you did last night. It brought me up sharp. I'm sure you're right.
I'm so been there. People mean well, and it is such bullshit. Someone told her to go down the street to the health food store and get vitamins. What the fuck? She'll be fine. The bottom line is, she has to save herself.
There was a lot of concern being shown, but what I sensed most was fear. I know there was fear in what I was feeling, fear of being involved with what this woman was going through, fear of facing someone else's need. There was a panicky, selfish worrying too, in how people continued posting after she'd clearly gone offline. The calls for her to come back and reassure them she was okay, that she was still alive. I'm happy to see today that she is.
Yeah. It ends up being a lot of blah, blah, blah. Nothing about her and what she needs, all about what others want to give her. I believe in her. I do not worry. That is negative energy. It hurts people. I know I sound harsh. Everyone so wanted to hear that she is okay. For themselves, to make them feel okay. She is so not okay. I know. She has a long way to go.
The woman had given Fran her phone number, and they were in touch over the following days. Our exchange taught me two things. There's no need to fear talking about suicide and suicidal thinking, and that worrying is unhelpful. This is a powerful lesson because we all have the capacity to be supportive or not. Fran distinguishes suicide interrupters, those who are able to defuse the suicide bomb, and suicide aggravators. The latter are people who, consciously or unconsciously, can impact her so adversely that suicide seems a viable choice. Thank you.
But our next musician coming up. Yay. Do we want to turn and talk a little bit, because that was pretty intense. If you guys want to, talk to each other about maybe some of what was said or experience that you've had. Or...
I wanted to tell Marty. Marty, it's Judith, the purple lady.
Hi, Judith.
Hi. So I wanted to tell you that I haven't read the whole thing, and I hadn't even read that section, but your writing is amazing. So thank you so much for being clear and simple, even though it's very complex. You've just made it so clear.
I've
so
taught
thank
him.
you.
I've taught him everything he knows.
And your creative, what do I want to say? Contributions, Fran, are amazing. But Marty, putting that whole thing together is just—it's brilliant. So
Well,
thank you.
That actually brings me to mind that we have actual conversations that we've had. Skype, Facebook, da-da-da-da-da. We pulled out that all throughout the book. So those are actual conversations in the moment that we actually have. So that, I think that's part of the thing that really kind of makes the book strong, because it's, you're right in the middle of it, So,
But
yeah.
thank you, Judith.
I suggest the audio book.
You what? The
I
audio
suggest
book.
the audio.
Yeah, we were suggested a DVD. An audio book, yeah. Did you write that down on our to-do list, Marnie?
I think, yeah.
He's the keeper of the list.
Hey, I've started recording it already. Yeah, Fran tells me stuff and I write it down.
Yeah. I can't cope with lists. Can't do it.